All right. 3:39 of this mess is starting. What is this? December 6th, 2020. 4 weeks left. No, 3 weeks left. A little over 3 weeks left in this year. So getting down to the end, solidly in December at this point. Getting dark super early, almost to the shortest day of the year. So everybody's doing good. I posted the link Facebook and on YouTube, so hopefully you guys see it and can join in. Busy week this week, which is good. I did manage to get my version of the edit of the image. Looks like everybody else got a few up, so that is good. And we can talk about how easy it was to download. I think that service I found will work pretty good. It looks like it's relatively straightforward, and it allows you to upload files up to 2 gigs. So Dennis, you can upload your mega files if you want using an email link to do it. And I didn't know this at the time, but it looks like it lasts for 6 or 7 days, or 5 or 6 days. So that link that I sent out to everybody via email, when was it? Tuesday? I guess I did that Tuesday morning. Expires tomorrow, so I think it's 6 days. So, but looks like it was pretty straightforward to use. Hopefully, looks like everybody downloaded it, was able to. So that is good. So yeah, it looks like we got some interesting edits of the image, a few different versions. It looks like somebody really saw something in the pixels that was never seen before. So I think we might have to report that to the special, to a special research team to investigate further, because I think we might have seen a phenomenon. I might have captured a phenomenon. I didn't realize it at the time. So we'll just have to see. But I was in Nevada. Relatively close to Area 51, so you never know. I mean, maybe my camera just wasn't able to see everything in the pixels, but with some advanced editing software, we were able to determine what was really there. Guess what that is? We shall see. All right, these. There's Frank and Wes.
Hey guys.
Hey, gentlemen. How's it going? Pretty good. 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 Oh, it must be below 60 in Florida. You've got your sweatshirt on, Wes.
Yeah.
Did you have a cold week this week? Did your cold weather finally make it down there?
Yeah, it cooled off later on this week.
Yeah. We had a couple cold days in the 30s in the morning. Woke up in the morning and it was like 26, 27 degrees. So that's
yeah. I think we got down to 29 one night.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely heavy freeze.
Yeah. Which I'm glad when we get that, because if there's any mosquitoes or bugs around, that kind of kills them, knocks them out of commission for a few months at least. So we're probably mosquito free until April again. So.
Yeah.
And usually winters here aren't too bad. I mean, we get overnight lows in the 20s, but highs are usually in the 40s to 50s by the time the sun gets up. So.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad time of year. And for you, Frank, I know it never gets. You get freezing every once in a while, but most
Rarely.
of it, yeah.
I remember back in 1972, it snowed.
That one day, 45 years ago, when it didn't get freezing.
I had to go to school. I was so pissed. I wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
I was like first grade or something like that.
Yeah. I remember when we lived out there when it was 88, 89. I was driving through the Central Valley. I was down around Stockton, and it was January or February, and there was a heavy, and it was almost like ice fog, because that's the time of year when you get a lot of fog, and it was kind of scary driving down there early in the morning, because we were driving to a job site at like 5:30 in the morning, and fog is nasty there in the winter. That's the one thing I remember about living in the Central Valley. Sacramento,
fog.
Yeah.
That stuff is dangerous.
Yeah.
I drove it at one time, and I was so nervous, trying to trying to find the white line on the right or the reflector on the left, and
Yeah.
here comes some local in a white pickup truck. It just passes me like I'm standing still. I'm like,
Yeah.
this guy is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I've driven in fog a few times, but that was, just beyond thick and scary. And we were driving, we used to drive 15 passenger vans because I was with an inventory company. So we'd load up a van with a bunch of people and go to a store and do an inventory, and we'd have to start early in the morning. So we're driving a stretch van with 15 people in it, going down the road in the fog. You can't see where, it was. Surprised nobody died, but everybody survived, at least under my watch. So it was.
Yeah, well, in the Bay Area, we don't get any fog at all.
Yeah.
Well,
you get a little bit.
What we call fog, everyone else would just call haze.
Yeah. Central Valley, you drive down, was it I-99, US 99 or whatever? That goes down through Central Valley. It goes from Sacramento to
something like that.
Goes all the way down to Bakersfield. It goes through Modesto, all that stuff in the Central Valley. Yeah, that's just fog central. That's for sure in the winter. Hey, James.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You can hear me okay with these?
Yep.
Yes.
You're good.
Good.
Yeah. So I don't miss that. We get light fog here every once in a while, but never anything. Oh, look at that, Wes. We got decorations on the record storage system.
Yeah, picked up some lights.
Good. Yeah, I got the tree put up yesterday, and I got to put the lights on it tonight. So that's the goal tonight. But how about you, James? Tree up, decorated?
I decorated inside the house with the tree. My tree's only about 3 foot big. It's only me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
And then I put the lights on outside, and I'm still waiting for some lights to be delivered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't do any lights outside. We're in the middle of a pine forest, and our house is set back from the road, so no sense putting lights out.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Frank? Do they decorate your neighborhood much?
No. I live in a condo complex, so
Okay.
no one's decorating. Some people put the lights around the windows inside the house, but
Yeah. Maybe
for the most part.
or something. Yeah. It's. I know. Wes, you posted an image of your house. You must have got that done yesterday. Is that when you got that done?
I think it was Thursday, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nicely decorated, but not over the top. Not like a Christmas Vacation type.
Yeah.
There's you might have remembered where San Ramon is, East Bay. There's one neighborhood there that goes all out.
Yeah.
And you have a stream of cars stopping and looking and gawking at all the houses. My sister used to live in that neighborhood, and she said when they got done putting all the lights up, their electricity bill went up like $300 to $500.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. No, there's a couple of
$300 to $500.
Yeah.
In addition to what they normally pay, so it is a god awful amount of lights.
Yeah, it is. Although it's probably a little less expensive now because most of the stuff is LED, so they use a lot less energy than probably 1/10 the energy of what they used to use.
Have you ever watched those Christmas light shows? And they get a winnow out of them. They decorate their yards and that. They use thousands of lights.
Yeah. There's a few neighborhoods here, relative, within the Atlanta area that have a reputation. So anybody that moves in there, that's just kind of the expectation. If you are in there, you just got to go crazy with the lights. So yeah, but same thing where they just get, especially now. This year is probably even going to be more because people, because of the pandemic or whatever, they'll just stay in their cars and drive through. So those neighborhoods will even get more traffic than they normally get because people, So we're thinking about maybe doing that. That might be fun. Not too crowded though. Maybe next weekend. Yeah, it might be fun.
Yeah. I try and go out with a camera and get some photos.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to do. So, well, good. So, so we're 1 week into December already. Wow. Yeah, so 3 weeks till Christmas, almost 4 weeks, less than 4 weeks to the end of the year. So,
yeah, this year can't end fast enough.
Yeah. Although I think I was talking to a friend today, I was like, it's be good to get rid of this year, but the first half of next year is going to be like the last half of this year. I mean, it's still going to be, we still got a few months easy into 2021 before things probably turn around more positive than negative once the vaccine gets out and all that stuff. But the overall year should be better, so it'll be good. Yeah. It's.
Do any of you guys have any qualms about receiving the vaccine?
No.
No.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No.
Do you?
A little bit. No, only because the vaccines normally take years to produce, and they did this one in like 5, 6, 7 months, something like that.
Yeah.
8 months maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you could
I'm not
look at
prohibited.
it. You could look at it this way: you die from the vaccine, or you die from the virus.
No. Well, maybe you, but I'm not in that. That danger zone. I don't have any comorbidities. 0.0001% chance of dying. So no, I'm not worried about it at all. At that rate, the common flu has 20 times more lethal. So
Yeah.
I don't
It
know
just depends. Yeah, if you're the one person that gets it, the severity of it is worse than the flu, but it's still generally low comparatively. But yeah, the people who get it ends up being more severe than and they're finding all kinds of like after effects. That's the thing they still don't long term effects of having the virus. So
yeah, I heard like 20% of the people who get it have long term after effects, as you said.
Yeah. Diminished lung capacity. What are they like a mental fog? Just kind of like out. Mentally just out of it for a while. What could be diagnosed as maybe like mild dementia for a while, and then it goes. So it's just all new. Yeah. So, I'm probably like you, Frank. I'll probably be one of the last groups to get it, just because I'm generally healthy and don't have any issues. But my wife has a pre-existing condition that would probably put her near the top of the list if she wants to get it. So
There you go.
yeah, so we will.
Yeah, I'll probably get it, but I'll wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not working. It's disability, so I'm sitting in my house, and so I'm not really interacting with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Physically, virtually, sure, but not physically. So I'm not worried about not getting it. So I'll just kind of hold back, see what happens. If there's no reports, then I'll go in and get the shot.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, they definitely developed the vaccine very quickly, but they put there was so much money and effort on it. So you just wonder, it took them 8 months, 9 months to develop it, where normally it might take a few years. But does it normally take a few years just because they can't put all their effort into it because they're not getting the monetary support so it's one of those things. It's like
I'm guessing that it has everything to do with the FDA and regulations and how many different steps you got to go through and fiery hoops you got to jump through just to get things pushed through. Yeah. So I think it's more a bureaucracy issue than anything else.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, they did remove some of they probably took a look at the process and said, hey, what can we get rid of that doesn't affect endanger or change the effectiveness of the vaccine when it gets done, but how can we streamline it?
Right.
Which is, maybe is a good thing to take forward after this too. Because
I'm sorry, take what?
Bureaucratic crap involved with anything that gets done. Yeah. Regulations and just layers upon layers of redundancy that doesn't mean anything. Started off with a good idea, but then it just gets layered on top. And by the time you get done, it takes 20 steps when it should only take 5.
Exactly.
How about you, Dennis? Everything going? Is your lockdown over now?
Yeah, we've gone back on to like a level 2, which is still not normal, but the shops are open again.
Okay, good. So did you head out to the pub and take back a few pints?
Pubs are only allowed to sell beer if you buy a meal at the same time. You can't just go in for a drink. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you have to go in and get
I don't
fish
understand
and or something if you want to get a pint, huh?
Well, the government said a substantial meal. So that the pubs reckon a Scotch egg's a substantial meal.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're good though, Scotch eggs.
yeah, not bad. Yeah, our vaccine's been approved.
Yeah, yep. Yours has gone all the way through. That was the one that developed with Oxford, right? Is that the one they did?
No, it's the Pfizer one. What's coming from Belgium?
Okay.
The one that needs to be minus 70 storage. Yeah.
Yeah, minus 70. Yeah.
That's going to be some lollipop you're going to get when you get it.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, that's going to be the logistical challenge for it. You know, trying to.
I think it starts Tuesday. They're starting.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's been approved. Yeah, and the Oxford one's not far behind
Okay.
the approval.
That's the Moderna one, isn't it? Is that the Moderna Oxford one? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oxford. The Oxford one was with some other company. Was it American company?
I think it was Moderna.
Yeah. I looked at the pricing on it. It's I think the Pfizer one's £15,
Okay.
and there's another one which is £25.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Oxford one's £3.
So the question is, which one do you take? Do you take the one that costs the most, hoping that it's the best, or is like, hey, the $3 one's cheap, I'll take 2 of those?
Yeah, the Oxford one can be shipped around the world at normal temperatures, apparently, like fridge temperature. It doesn't need the minus 70, which is a problem because you have to go to the hospitals, so they're the only places where they can store it.
That's the issue. That not all the places have refrigerators that are cold enough, or freezer units, basically, to do that. Because a normal freezer is 0 or thereabouts. Yeah.
Minus 70 is quite deep down freeze. Because we will have to pay for it anyway. Because someone said on the internet, if I pay, can I get the injection straight away? And they said, National Health Service will dish it out, and you'll have to wait your turn.
Yeah, they listed their kind of their levels, level A, B, C, D, or whatever, based on.
Yeah, the first people to get it are going to be the nurses and doctors, all the essential staff, and old people's homes.
That's right, really, it should be.
Yeah, the old people's homes were really badly hit because they get it, they die, innit?
Yeah.
I think it's category over 80s and then 70s and 60s.
Yeah. Okay. Ours is going to end up being similar. I think our levels will be pretty similar to that overall, probably once.
America's got it quite bad according to the news here. It's run up quite a lot. You've had 278,000 people die.
Yeah. Well, we have 330 million people too, so there's a bigger potential.
I think we've got 60 now over here.
No, it's the states that really didn't have it earlier are getting it now because it's getting colder and people are inside, and so it's
Then you also have to realize that if you get eaten by a shark and you have COVID, it's a COVID death.
Yeah, they call it a COVID death. Yeah. So,
there's literally a guy got in a motorcycle accident, had COVID, and they call it a COVID death. That killed in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
The CDC came out and said that only 6% of the people who are in that 200 and some odd thousand, only 6% actually died from COVID as the one and only cause of death on their death certificate. Everyone else had 2.6 comorbidities.
Something else,
So I think after all this is said and done, the numbers are going to plummet.
Yeah, it probably will. Yeah, it's still going to be significant, but I think they'll probably will once they do all the analysis and do everything.
Yeah,
but there's
10% of what the number is now.
Yeah,
I watched a program during the week about the Spanish flu.
Oh,
yeah, and it said that between 50 and 100 million people died.
In the world. Yeah.
During the First World War, because the Americans were fighting in Europe. And apparently thousands of the troops died from Spanish flu rather than getting shot.
So they were counted as casualties of war, but they were probably actually casualties of the flu.
They showed an American troop ship heading towards Europe, and there was loads of them on board dying, and there was nothing they could do about it. They had absolutely nothing at all. They had no.
Yeah.
Couldn't write it, you know, people just coughing to death, and
yeah, which is how they think it ended up being spread around the world as much as it did, because when the war ended and people coming back and all that, it was all.
That's a huge number, though. They said they know it's 50 million, but it could be as high as 100 million people died.
Yeah, it's a big number. Yeah, it's nothing that, you don't want to mess around with it. That's for sure. But
well, apparently this COVID can only kill you once anyway.
That's the thing. You can.
How'd you figure that out? You bit in English?
Yeah, it's easy to work out. Yeah, luckily it can only kill you once.
There's that.
I thought maybe Dennis read a $10 million U.S. study on that.
Yeah. A blue ribbon panel determined that.
Yeah. Well, there's probably some group somewhere working it out.
Yeah.
But they said it's going to be a while, isn't it? It's going to be like Easter till summer before. If it all works, it will get back to.
Yeah, it's going to be second half of the year, because it's a two shot regimen. It's not a one shot. I think all of them are 2-shot regimens. So it's not just one shot to get the full vaccination. You have to go back for 2. So it's going to take a little while. But yeah, I mean, they'll start. They're saying they'll be able to start vaccinating people here in the next week or 2, is what they think.
Yeah.
You guys are starting this week. We're starting probably next week or the week after.
Is it been approved then by the drug agency now?
They're expecting approval by the FDA, I think, this week is what but they've been kind of pre-positioning, and trying to get the logistics kind of set up, so when it does get approval, apparently they can do. There's 20 million units, which means 10 million people, I guess, because each person has to get it twice. So, however they distribute it and administer it, that's gonna be the next potential.
I think they should immediately administer it to the by age. You start off with the people in the 100 to 80 range, and then maybe from the 80 to 70 range.
I think they're doing it in the UK, right, Dennis? I mean, they're starting emergency first responders, healthcare, and then they're going basically age bracket.
If you've got issues like other underlying problems, then you're going to be prioritized as well, like no matter what your age is.
Yeah.
That would be another reason why I was thinking just not get it, since I'm not in that age group and I don't have the comorbidities. Let somebody else get it.
Yeah, and you're probably. I mean, I'm kind of like you, Frank. I mean, I work from home, so I don't meet with a lot of people on a weekly basis anyway. So I'm not really out. Potentially being exposed to it on a random basis by working in an office or having to commute back and forth or that type of thing. So, yeah.
I have a question. If your turn comes up, like I'm 65, and I say no, I don't want it yet, I'll have it later. Will I get that second chance, or would I have to wait for a long time?
I don't know, because there's going to be a certain number of people who are like, hey, I'm fine, I'm no big deal, give it to somebody else who needs it. So where do you get? Do you get to come back in whenever, or do you get tossed at the end of the line and have to work your way back up again?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to do that. They want to take it, but they don't want to take it now. Kind of like you, Frank, or maybe you, James, are like, hey, I'll get it eventually, but I don't feel a need to get it right now. So, move on down the line. Yeah. When do you get to come back? When do you get back in the queue? When do you get back? So.
Get your new job, Wes?
No, nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Yeah. My son's working at Amazon, and he said he gets a COVID test every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't let you through the door until they check you out.
Yeah. So he gets the swab up the nose once a week.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You don't want to bring it home here, son.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Was it Elon Musk that had a positive in one nostril and a negative test in the other nostril?
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I believe it. You know,
Don't they swap both nostrils though?
I don't think so.
Not when I had it. Just one.
No, I'm just
I'm trying to think if I get 2 or not.
Yeah. He had 4 tests, 2 were positive and 2 were negative. So
yeah,
what the hell's going on there?
yeah.
Is it a bad test? Probably.
Well, it's not foolproof. It's
not foolproof. Yeah.
I know, but they have a 50% failure rate on that test.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's just one person, and it's obviously not a fair.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing, though. I mean, it is, you know, when you get the test, I mean, assuming the test is even 100% accurate, it's only accurate for that one moment in time. So if you get that test on Monday morning at 10, and you test negative, then it doesn't mean that Monday afternoon at 3 or the next day at 10, you wouldn't potentially test positive because you could have been exposed, you know. So it's one of the it's a moving target. It's kind of like shooting at like shooting wildlife. You got to have the the rapid exposure on. You just got to be testing all the time because you just don't know. I mean, it's better than nothing, you know. And if you're obviously have symptoms or that type of thing, you want to get tested. But it's interesting, all those people lining up to get tested when they don't have any symptoms and they don't really, I won't say need, but it doesn't really, in my mind, it doesn't really do anything. I think the more important test would be the antibodies, to test to see if you actually have the antibodies, which means conceivably that you probably have had the virus, because it's supposed to stick around, which would indicate, hey, if I've already got it and I've got the antibodies, then maybe I'm able to go back to work, or I don't
my parents were
right away, that type of thing.
Both my parents were like sick like dogs early this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking that they might have caught it, but my dad, he was 80 and my mom's 77.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely in that age group where it's like a 95%, only a 95% success rate.
Yeah.
Or survival rate.
Yeah.
But my sister and her family, they're not coming down for Christmas because of my grandmother or my my mother, who's the grandmother of their children.
Yeah.
And so they're spooked about it. And okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like my parents are in my dad's late 80s, mom is pretty mid 80s. So yeah, I mean they're in a very high risk group. So we're just doing Zoom. That's been a routine for the last 7 months or so.
Would have been nice if they can get one of those testing that can tell you in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, you can just do the test. Okay, I'm fine, and then
they have some of those. There's not enough of them yet, and they're probably not as accurate as the swab one. So. It's so new, and it would develop stuff so fast. That's been the challenge. So
well, my daughter called it earlier on in the year because she's a nurse working on a COVID ward, so it had to happen. Yeah. And her fella's a paramedic, and they both had it. But for both of them, it was just a few days of like got a bad cold, got a bit of a cold and runny nose.
Yeah.
85% of people who get it don't even realize they had it.
Yeah, it's just a mild, which is good. But for people to get it, it's you have the reaction. It's bad. And now, have they been tested for antibodies, Dennis? Have they had antibody tests?
No, I think she had to do the hospital. First, the paramedic partner got it, so she couldn't go to work for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then when she went back, she was clear.
Okay.
And, but then she got it.
Because
a patient was admitted to the ward, and no one knew. And she'd left her shift and was going home. She got a phone call, said, "We got a COVID patient on the ward." And within a few days, all the nurses that were working there were all off.
Yeah.
And she got it. She got it. Yeah. Luckily, she said all she was left with was she gets a bit breathless if she runs upstairs, but she's only 26, so.
Yeah.
Should be able to cope.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, it's brand new, and they don't know anything really about it, so it's kind of learning as we're going, which which is the bad part, because you kind of take an educated, as I call them, swags, scientific wild ass guesses. A lot of times, you get as good as you can and cross your fingers and say it should work.
They had a guy on our television. He spent 77 days in hospital.
Wow.
And like 2/3 of that time, he was like unconscious in intensive care.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
So the range. That's the thing that's interesting, is the range of.
Well, he was only in his 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he when he woke up, they had to teach him to walk again.
Yeah.
So long, they're just laying in a bed, So.
Yeah. Yep. Everything atrophied and had to learn how to do everything again. Yeah. Yep. Well, speaking of learning to walk again, how about learning to edit photos again? How about that?
We need some lessons.
Yeah. Okay. Now, anybody buy any photo equipment this week? Anything? Any Black Friday, Cyber Monday, anything like that? No.
Yeah,
might be West. We can always usually count on West to buy something. No. Okay.
Yeah, my cousin did. He bought something photographic this week.
Who is? Did James?
Yeah, James did. Yeah.
What did he buy? Oh, you're mute, James.
He's muted himself.
You muted yourself somehow.
Yeah. Unmute.
There we go. There you're back.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought a new printer.
Okay.
I got it, it said you want to open up an Amazon card, you save $85. And I thought, well, maybe that's tempting. So when I signed out, to pay for it, I pressed the button and said, press this button to pay this price, 160. So I did. So I haven't opened up a Visa card or anything like that, and they haven't informed me anything. So it looks to me like I got it for 160, but it's a good printer.
Okay. Which one did you get?
The HP 9015.
Okay. All right. So color inkjet then, with multiple ink tanks and all that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, there you go.
Print's okay because we've been testing it.
Oh, okay.
Now you have to get more ink.
Working on different things this week to play with, see how things work in it. So we've got some good information for you guys.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Did you try some different papers?
What's that?
Did you try any different papers? Kind of photo paper, regular paper?
I use photo paper. It come out good.
Okay.
So I'm well pleased with it.
Good.
Especially for that price. I mean, say if I want better quality prints, I'll take it to the store. But I don't, because some of my friends, they get the one that costs $600. And I said, I'm not going to pay that much for $600. And then they say to me, just use it for printing. Don't use it for documents. I thought, well, I don't mean I'm going to buy two of them. So I said, no. This one's fine for me. If I want a better grade paper, I'll take it to the store.
Yeah. So it'll take care of most of what you want. And if you want something better, you can just get an actual photo print.
The pictures come out really nice.
Well, good.
I was scanning with images on this my mom's HP printer. She wanted me to digitize a bunch of photos that she had, and they were coming out crap. The software that HP had, he couldn't do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought in my Epson all in one. It's like an XP 810, I think it is, and significantly better scanner in that thing, and it's only like $100. And the software was significantly better. But yeah, I would stay away from HP if scanning is a priority.
I had another HP before, the 9610 or something. I don't know, one of the numbers, and it did excellent scanning on it. I haven't tried on here, but I've only just got it.
Okay, so this is, you got the 9015.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if you can buy it at Costco's, it's the 18, because I was reading about it on the reviews, and they said the 18 is the same as the 15, but Costco sells the 18. You buy the 15 outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, manufacturers do that so they can say they have the lowest price on this model.
Yeah, because they just get a custom
and no
model.
one else has that model.
Yeah.
And then they don't have to price match because the model number is different.
Different model number. Yeah. So this is basically it then, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get the woman one.
Oh. No, you didn't. Yeah.
She didn't come to your house and set it up and.
No, they rung the bell and went away.
So it does.
And ran, yeah.
So it has a combo cartridge. Is that how it
It has three cartridges and a black one. So it's got the cyan, the magenta, and whatever one, and then the black.
And then a separate black cartridge. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's got 4 cartridges in the printer then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think the print comes out nice. I mean, it's a good quality. I'm happy with it.
Good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It scans and copies, and if you just want to print black, it's nice to have just the black ink cartridge. So
I'll
you
try
can
it again later on, see how that works. But my other one worked really good, so I shouldn't foresee a problem with this one. But I will test it.
Okay, good. No, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I have a Canon multi one, and I just use primarily. It's got a little bit larger black ink cartridge, and I just use that because almost everything I do now is just black and white. So, but yeah, I don't have to buy a full cartridge just to get the black. I can buy the separate cartridge and just have a setting and just call it black and white, and it doesn't bark at me for not using the color one. So cool. Well, good. So you got it this week, so you've had a chance to play with it, and you've been doing it on photo paper then, right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see this one.
Okay. Okay, let's stop this. What do you got here?
Come here. See, here's
Oh, sorry. There we go. Oh, okay.
it's kind of hard to
Okay,
see.
this is your burning woman. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. She came out nice. I'm happy.
That's your hot chick photo.
Burning love.
Yeah. Well, good. No, it looks like for what you're looking for, it gives a decent color print if you want it, and then if you want something better, you can just go and get it, like you said, your local camera shop or whatever.
$160 I paid. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, that's a good price, and you got the discount. Now it's normally like $230 or something like that. Yeah.
$229.
Yep.
Yeah, $230.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And the
Good.
scans are coming out good?
I'm sorry?
And the scanning is okay?
I haven't done the scanning yet, so I will
Okay.
test that.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope it comes out better than what. It's a lot more expensive than the one my parents bought, so hopefully it's a lot better. And it's newer too. The one they had was like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Well, the other one I had did excellent scanning as well, so I was pleased with
Okay.
that. But I'll
Mhm.
test this one out just to make sure.
Yeah. No, well, good. No, that counts as photography related equipment because you're going to use it mostly for photos. Probably a little bit of printing, but mostly photos, really.
Maybe photos, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the other thing we got, Mark, was we both downloaded a
Team view.
program called TeamViewer, yeah, and that's cross-platform, so you can have Apple, Windows, or Linux, and you can take over the other person's screen for screen sharing.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put the can out there again. I did the can before, but we put the can back on there as a what do they call them bloody files? I forgot. Right.
Yeah, well, we reprocessed his picture in Darktable, and then in GIMP.
Okay.
But on my computer, where Dennis was on his computer, he scanned on my computer.
Oh, okay. So you were able to go through and do the editing then. Yeah.
Yeah, I called up his screen on my computer here, and done all the sliders and things, and showed him what I was doing rather than asking him to do it. You know, no, not that one, the one above. You know, so this way I could just show him like. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's pretty good.
It works fine. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Good. That's.
Like you fight over the mouse.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, stop moving my mouse, he says. We was impressed how quick it is, considering I'm in the UK.
Yeah.
It's absolutely instant. It's like on my own screen.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
There's no lag. Yeah.
Nice.
so very not much of a software, a processor load on it. It's a very, very easy, very lightweight app. Then doesn't take up a lot of power to use.
Yeah, and of course we got the free version as well.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep the Linux way.
Yeah. Well, good. Speaking of, did you everybody was able to download the image and re-edit it. Did that we transfer work good for everybody? Did it work seamless as far as
Didn't have any issues.
I
Okay.
find it's best to use just snip the file and put it in an email and send it. That's the easiest way. Comes out great.
Yeah. The problem is if the file is too big, then the email won't transfer.
We tried it today, Mark. I sent my cousin a TIFF file of 230 megabyte, zipped it, and it went straight through.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how Dennis and I have been transferring files when we want to look at pictures to say, like to help one another edit, and we make suggestions and that. And that's how we do it. It's real easy, real quick.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I zipped it, it was 230 megabyte, and I zipped it, and it took it down to about 100. It took it down to 54 meg, something like that. But it just went straight through.
What zip software were you using?
Apple's only its own software. You just click on the file.
Zip, yeah.
Press it,
Wow. Because the stuff that's, at least the one I'm finding, the one that's into Windows doesn't reduce it that much. So I don't.
Was you sending a JPEG though? Because I sent the same picture in JPEG and it didn't reduce it hardly anything. It was like 100 megabytes.
Oh, okay.
When I compressed the TIFF, it went down to like 50 odd from 230.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And when James expanded it his end, it came back to 229 point whatever it was like.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, that might be worth trying because I tried JPEG and it didn't really do anything. I haven't tried.
And it's so easy to do. You just go to the file, right mouse click, compress the file, then send it off.
Compress, drag it into your email, and the way it goes.
Yeah. We could try that. Yeah, that wouldn't.
Do that with the next image we're supposed to edit.
Yeah, you can just send it out and send it out to our emails. That'll work. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, then you've always got the WeTransfer, which basically, in order to use it, you just put in your email, or it's called WeShare, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah. You just put in your email. They send you a confirmation, and then you're able to upload and send out the email like I did. So
you can compress a raw file. I take it. Same.
I'm sure it can. Yeah.
Should be able to, yeah.
Because they're smaller in the first place, aren't they? I mean, my TIFF I sent over was scanned on the Epson at 4,000 dpi, and it was a medium format film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if it had been a raw file, it would still gone through, I expect.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to do a basic thing here. And archive. Yeah, I'll double check that and see. Yeah, I mean, I haven't tried a raw file. I've just done JPEGs. So.
The JPEG won't be any good because we won't be able to manipulate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So I just kind of said, well, it's not doing a JPEG, so it's not going to do the raw file. So that's why I went with the read.
Hey, Mark, did you do an edit yourself on your picture, or you just letting up?
Yes, I did. I did a mild edit.
Is it out there?
It's on the group. Yeah, I added it to the group. So let's go into that and actually take a look at that. Yeah, I did add it to the group at the end. I literally did the edit at like 4:30 this afternoon. So it was
Image 2791.
Yeah.
No time like the last minute.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was like, oh crap, I got to do that, and I did. So, all right. So let's go and take a look here because this is we got all the edits. This was the last one from last week, and I think this might be a good one to do for next week, maybe, Dennis.
Yeah, I'll have to locate the raw files for these, and
Okay.
yeah.
Why don't we do that? We'll just get that out to us. However, if it works on the zip, great. If not, then just use that WeTransfer because you'll be able to set it up that way.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that one for next week. But now I think Simi should put some raw. We can edit some of his files. I think is what we need.
No, that was saying rules all the time.
So when was this taken? Okay, November 15th, so a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, up in Massachusetts. this is that same, I guess that same reservoir he was at. Some more images from it.
Hmm.
Looks like afternoon, I'm assuming. I don't know, when was this? 12, no, digitized, 9:17. Okay, in the morning. That's kind of weird. Oh, it must be cloudy. Yeah, I mean, that seems a little late, but looks nice. Guess it's morning shot instead of afternoon. But yeah, there's colors and good stuff. Oh, okay, this is a little unusual. No, I know he posted some stuff of boats earlier this year. I wonder if this is the same spot. Doesn't look, I think this might be different. So, but yeah, nice, colorful. Got this crane here. I guess they use that for lifting the boats out of the water, probably. I'd imagine.
When they sink.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got some nice reflections. And a lot of that was maybe what he was going for. But yeah, some nice reflections in the water.
Mhm.
Oh, what did he say? Yeah, he didn't say anything specific about it. But yeah, nice reflections in the water. Lots of color. There's combinations of colors, so is good. Oh, okay. Over, under. So this must be a spillway, or did he flip the image?
Yeah.
It's upside down.
Okay, yeah, okay, so this is like over the underpass or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah, because there's the tree line. It's flipped over. Okay.
What's the point of that, though?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Looks neat.
Down.
Yeah, I think what he's thinking maybe is that this maybe looks like rails. I don't know. Yeah, this is above him, so it's just like conduit. But you flip it over, maybe it looks like a rail line or something. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, like a subway or something going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just.
You should have cloned the trees out, turned it into sky.
Yep.
Well, maybe if he added some distortion to it to make it look a little wavy, like they were at a shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you crop that part out, you could easily think that this thing is over water. The sky.
Yeah, I mean, it would look like like a rail line going. That's what I originally thought. It's like, oh, it must be some kind of rail line going, over over water.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you look up here in the top, and you can see the actual surface of the water up here.
Right.
And then this is the.
Yeah, the houses upside down was kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
I don't get it. That's a,
Yeah. He was. Maybe he woke up upside down in the morning. I don't know.
maybe he had a whiskey or something.
I had that one image that I posted here, and we looked at it, and it was sandstone in Point Lobos, and it was like ridges coming out. And when you flip the image upside down, those ridges, they look like depressions. It was really weird. It was really weird. The rocks in there inside the little holes, those look like little dips.
Okay. Yeah.
It was really weird. Yeah.
No, it is interesting. You look at stuff. I mean, just by inverting it or changing it, your eyes look at it completely different. Yeah.
Exactly.
He done that for you and me, Mark, because he's pining for a large format camera. That's the image they've had on the screen.
That's true. That's what it would be on the ground glass. Yeah.
Exactly.
Backwards and upside down. Okay, so here we go. Rails and trails. So, and he's got, looks like another photographer out here too. See, got her out on the pier there.
Got her mask on.
It's dated this photograph because she's got a face mask on.
Yep. Yeah, so 2020.
Yes, it's so yeah.
Look at that in a couple years, and yeah, hopefully we're still not wearing face masks in a couple years.
No.
But Oh,
We'll
it's
be
just,
wearing full hazmat suits.
yeah. Face mask. Come on. Yeah. Everybody's got to do the boy in the bubble thing.
Yeah. Face masks are for wussies. wear the full hazmat.
So this is kind of neat. The rust and kind of the grunge on the old rail bridge here.
Yeah, I bet you could do a real good architectural study on that bridge with if you got it tight and close. I don't know if you can walk on it or not, but yeah, it's got a lot of.
Get a close up of the.
It looks like it's got a lot of character, especially that house, that little structure there.
Well, if you enlarge it, right, to that border, it looks like it opens in something.
Yeah. Well, it lifts up so the boats can. Yeah, this one section lifts up. Yeah. It's like interesting.
Yeah, because all those bricks on the back of it, they're the counterbalance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a neat old bridge.
But
On the.
I do like how he juxtaposed the suspended bridge, which is kind of more like a walkway, with the bridge itself. So you have this relationship, and you've got an interesting element in the foreground too.
Yeah.
I
like
mean,
how it makes like a Z pattern.
Yeah, I mean, if you had taken that out and it was nothing but water, you would have this massive space of negative space, it definitely would have hurt the image.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah.
Look at all that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that would be a fun one if you could get up close and do some detailed shots on the individual components of the bridge. That would be a neat thing. And this is in Old Lyme, Connecticut. Is that there's a naval, like half the nuclear subs in the world are in some port in Connecticut, I think. Is it Old Lyme or is it Groton? I can't remember. So maybe they have to lift up for the big ballistic missile subs to go underneath. I don't know. Oh no, they go under the water, I guess. Okay. Ignore that one. Okay. So here we got, I guess, some interpretations of that image. So Wes went black and white.
Yeah. First time I edited, I did it in color, and I didn't like where it was going, so started over and did black and white.
Okay.
That looks nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah. It came out good.
I think it's a lot better than what I did, I'd tell you that.
And you cropped it as well, Wes.
Yeah, that was part of the reason I didn't like the colors. I was trying to do all the different colors of the bushes, and it's like, well, the main focus here is the mountain, so let's get that.
Hold that when you see mine.
Yeah. In the black and white, I mean, black and white does bring out this particular mountain because of all the different colors and rocks and stuff in there. Yeah. So it's a good.
Wes, you boosted up the contrast on this, didn't you?
Yeah, lots of. There's actually like 4 different brushes, and I did a bunch with the.
Wow.
Okay. The mountains look like they got snow on them, and it's grey in the picture. Yeah.
But it's funny because you look at this one and you say it looks like it's got snow on it. But when you look at another one, it looks like it's not snow. It looks like it's chalk. It really how you're taking the angle of the picture.
Yeah.
Because when you see mine, you're going to laugh.
I think this is. There we go. Talk about emphasizing the mountain.
I want mine because that's what I want to emphasize on. Because then I can bring things out, bring the color out, bring the foreground out, and you can see the trees and they're separated and everything like that. I didn't want to do the whole picture because to me the whole picture there's more detailed in the cut version.
Yeah. Yep. No, I mean that is definitely the emphasis on the image. So that's a good. It's a good
crop down is it's very cropped this picture anyway. But the reason why I cropped it is because the sky was too dark and everything like that, so I got rid of that.
Yep.
This would look good in black and white.
Yeah, this one would be good in black and white. That might be a fun one to try, James. Convert this into black and white. Yeah.
I didn't like it. The reason why I didn't like it is, like, if you're looking at this one now, you're separating the trees. You can see individual trees. When I did the black and white, it seemed like a mess. There was no separation. So I prefer this.
Okay. Okay. No, that's good.
I think the only thing that stands out here that kind of bugs me is the halo above the mountains.
Yeah.
Over here.
No, on the left side. They're right there.
Oh, right along here. Yeah.
Oh, Dennis run behind the mountain with a flashlight.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, that's a good. It is a big.
Let me have your opinion on my photograph. Is there anything you would have done different? Because I want to learn from it. So any critiquing is great for me. Would you have said cropped it too much? Should have left it? Or what do you think?
I like this interpretation of it because that was kind of the main shot. I mean, that was the main subject in the big image. So, and I guess it's interesting because I took that original one was taken with a 22 millimeter, so it was essentially a wide angle landscape lens. So when I saw that, I mean, that's what I had on the camera. So I was trying to get big, whatever you call them, big landscape. So that was all I could do. So when I reinterpreted it, I kind of still looked at it. I cropped mine a little bit, as you'll see, but I didn't just kind of focus in on the mountain. Now, I maybe having been there, I would have gone maybe a little bit more on this side, just a little bit more mountain over here. If what I remember. Yeah, maybe down to this saddle over here. And I think yours was, where was that one on?
It gives more details.
Yeah, so I would have got, I like that, but having seen it there, if I would have done this, which I didn't think of, so I'm going to go back and re-edit mine anyway, but I think I would crop it, not quite as close as this, but I would take it out just a bit farther. But definitely, compared to, this whole, another interesting one would be to kind of crop it here too. So you get rid of this stuff in the background there. You just kind of focus on the stuff in the foreground too.
Sometimes too much is too much.
Yeah, there's a lot there. That is for sure. But no, I like, the only thing I would do personally, I would just move it over. I would just give it a little bit more on this side, but I like emphasizing the trees in the front. I mean, it's not as busy.
I'm wondering if the trees could use a little bit more punch, a little bit more contrast, maybe. I don't know. I would have to play with it to see if that made it better or not. I don't know.
Bit. Yeah, no, but no, that's a good. Like you said, you twisted up that image, James.
What happened was I took this picture a long time ago, and I did the editing and everything. But then Dennis and I wanted to try that screen sharing. So we used
okay. So this was a result of that then.
That screen sharing where Dennis was doing on my computer.
Okay. So what did you do to it? Yeah, what was the editing you did?
Well, one of the things was that where that piece of wood is on, on my original version, I had it too dark. Well, on this one, it comes up, Dennis brought it up for me. So Dennis made the changes to it, and I was sitting here watching him do the things he needed to do. Okay. It was interesting. And it's a quick way of learning GIMP.
Yeah. What I've done, Mark, was I added a haze filter, which changed it, made it a lot more contrast.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we sharpened it up and up the shadows.
Yeah, to bring out the wood, the fence post. Yeah.
Yeah. Grain in the wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you play around with the colors at all?
Yeah, I think we changed the white balance as well. Made it a bit cooler.
Okay.
Then we had to up the saturation slightly because they obviously made it a bit low.
Okay. All right. So change
But this
one.
one looks better than my original one, what I did.
Yeah, he had them both side by side, you see, and on the original picture, that post was the version you had.
Okay. All right. So bringing up the shadows.
It was a good test.
Yeah, that's neat. Well, it sounds like it's a neat way to pretty real-time screen sharing. So, okay, so we got Wes's house tastefully decorated for the holiday season.
Should you have a sign outside saying Santa stop here?
Oh, has he been good or naughty?
He's got Santa Claus in the house. He's got Santa Claus right
Oh,
there.
he's outside.
He's outside. Okay.
Yeah, he's on this
All
just a little table on the front
Oh,
patio.
You talking about Santa Claus? I watched a comedy the other day, and they had like disabled people who were comedians, and one was a midget, really small woman, and she said she was out shopping, and the dad was walking with the son, and the son said, "Look, Dad, it's one of Santa's helpers."
Oh man.
Right? So she turned around and smiled. She thought that was really good. But she said what she didn't like was the dad was laughing.
Yeah.
So she walked up to the kid and said to him, "I am one of Santa's helpers, and I can tell you now, for Christmas, you're going to get the latest PlayStation 4 with all the games."
Right in front of Dad. There you go.
Oh,
It made Dad write a big check.
Yeah. She was smiling then, she said.
good luck finding one right now.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a challenge. So yeah, so you got the nice little stars around the lights.
Blue hour is nice on this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F14, bring that out.
Mhm.
Taken right after sunset, I guess. Yeah. 6, almost 7 o'clock. So yeah.
I would probably crop out the bottom.
Oh yeah,
White.
the little bit of white down there.
Yeah, I saw that afterwards.
But this is just a candid picture, isn't it? Well,
Yeah, it was just a quick shot just to share.
yeah, that's the way I look at it.
It's not like I'm going to sell this or anything.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1.
Yeah. Because
All right, sold.
I said the white flash in the corner, you should have cloned it out.
Yeah.
First, I would have to go into Photoshop to do it. For some reason, Lightroom will not let you clone out because that's where I fix the perspective. And it's
okay.
a white. It's basically out of the edge of the.
Oh,
picture.
you got to do a layer or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Lightroom won't do it.
Okay.
Photoshop will do it, but Lightroom won't.
Huh.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, Gimp would do it for you, Wes.
Yeah. It's still another program I have to use.
Yeah, that's true.
This is just a quick one to share on Facebook, basically.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, good. You got the house decorated, so ahead of most people.
Now, I have a question with this one. Where I think that's a really nice picture, but to me, can you bring it up one level? It brings the bird forward, and I think it's a much better picture when it's brought forward a bit more. So if it was cropped just a little bit, it would be great.
Yeah,
I
you can see
don't want to
the
crop that much.
To the right, you're not seeing anything, but when you bring the bird up, I think it looks great. Terrific picture.
I love the tones. It's just wonderful. The brown tones in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that natural, or did you?
No, it's pretty natural, really.
Really nice. I
Didn't
love
have
the
to do much
warmth.
to this.
Just your 600mm now on a full frame, Wes, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why you're getting. So these little blur. Is that the grass and stuff between you and the bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of that's in the foreground that you're seeing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's keeping an eye on you there.
Yep.
No, that's a good comment, Frank. The browns that is nice. We got just that little bit of green in here too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Really nice.
I would say it's a decent image for adding some text in the negative space there on the right.
Mm. Over here, yeah.
Yeah, or up in the upper right, yeah, or that whole area for that matter, yeah.
So, what do you think of my suggestion, Wes? Just bring it up a little bit so you see more of the bird. So
Like
I mean,
that?
that makes a big difference.
I agree, but I don't want to crop that much. If I had a longer lens, I need like a 1200 millimeter lens.
Yeah. That's a problem. You crop and then it you start affecting image quality too a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you using a teleconverter, Wes?
No.
That would be the next thing, I guess. You could get one of those. You have to get those can be. You've got to get a high quality one really to really not affect the image negatively. Yeah.
Well, you're probably already at what, f6.3?
Yeah.
Well, you're zoomed out.
This is at f9, but yeah, that's the max. That's the lowest I can go is 6.3.
Yeah.
So then you'd be at 12. Basically 13 at that point. Yeah.
Right. Well, with the 1.4 converter,
Yeah.
you're
I would
only
give
losing
you
about.
I would give you a.
It'd be at f9 again, basically somewhere in that
Yeah,
range.
exactly.
Yeah.
All
You
the
know,
way open.
use an extension tube with
No.
no.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just balancing out the various compromises. It's the.
The only thing really I have negative to say about that image is the twig
This little one right here.
and the one to the left that's covering up the post or the tree trunk. That's going. Yeah, that whole thing right there.
Yeah.
I wish that wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice picture, though. I like it.
Yeah.
You got nice sharp focus on
It's
the.
wonderful light too.
Yeah. The light is
Late evening, Wes.
Probably around 3:30 or so.
Oh, really? Wow.
Sun was
But yeah, I mean, the sun sets at 5 here.
Oh,
So.
okay, so
3/4 of the way down the sky at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just about in that golden hour.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah. Oh, came out nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one. This is where you definitely want that twig coming up because that's the only thing that the bird's sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice. Yeah, just a nice all the emphasis on the bird right there, sitting up there.
Yeah. It's better crop though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's already cropped a good bit, so I didn't want to go any further.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, these are little birds to begin with, and he wasn't real close, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, it was a good ways away.
Phoebes are not large birds.
No.
But yeah, nice. And the sky is, and the blue is just nice complement or contrast to the bird itself. So
good light, nice clean sky works well on this.
yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get blue skies from? Because we don't have them in this country.
We don't have too many in this time of year. Today it definitely wasn't blue. It was all great day.
Wes, he's talking about all year round.
Yeah.
No, it came out really nice. Now here we go. Old and in the weight. This is a big alligator, huh?
Yeah, really big one.
See, I don't think you're far away enough for that. I think you're too close.
Too close? Okay.
Yeah.
Zoom out. No. You're just not satisfied, are you, James? Crop in a little bit. Here, run away. Come on.
This would be a perfect opportunity to bring in a drone and put it like 15 feet right above that little guy. And
oh yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
Yeah.
well, you don't want to harass it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
and you also don't want it to eat either.
Yeah.
It looks like he's waiting for something.
And this was taken at 5. So this is basically the blue hour here. You're getting a lot of. I mean, the blue is pretty
And then
solid.
the contrast of the color with the reeds and everything else,
Mhm.
the warmth. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I just wish we could see the eyes better, or can we? Or am I just not missing it?
There's this.
Oh,
His
okay,
right eye.
you
You see a
can.
little bit. Yeah, left eye's kind of hidden behind in the shadow.
What's the closest you've been to an alligator?
Probably. I mean, here I'm probably like 30 feet, 35, 40 feet.
Wow.
And they just leave you alone?
Yeah, they leave you alone. If unless you walk up and try to touch them or something, then they're not going to bother you.
No, no.
I'm sure there's some idiots that do that.
Yeah.
Some Darwin Award.
Yeah, all the one-armed people running around Gainesville, Florida. Those are the ones going up to the alligators.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The people that have to rescue their dogs.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. The dog off a leash becomes alligator dinner.
Do you remember that person had the child next to the river, the water in Disney, and the alligator come out and snatched her?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
That poor kid. Yeah.
Definitely, when you're close, you want to keep an eye on them, and if they start to move, you want to get out of the way.
Move faster. Yeah.
They can move fast in short distances, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
they can't run fast.
Snakes a little bit that can move really quick for the distance that they're coiled up.
Right.
The alligators can kind of move quick for the distance that they are long, pretty much, is what I understand. If they're 10,
Well, this
15,
thing looks like it's like 15 feet or something.
it's a big alligator.
Yeah, it's probably about 12.
Okay. Yeah, that's huge. That'd make a lot of shoes.
It's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you say alligators. You get crocodiles as well because they're different noses.
Only in the Everglades are there crocodiles in Florida.
Right.
Oh, so you do have
Or in
both.
zoos.
Okay.
Yeah.
But only in the Everglades. Okay. Everything else is alligators. Everglades are the only part in the country where there are crocodiles, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Everywhere else is alligators.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I gotta find out what the difference is.
The nose.
The snout's longer and
Yeah,
the
skinnier and longer.
yeah.
I like the shark. I think it's nice.
Yeah. Alligators taste like chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Crocodiles, not so much. This is nice.
Yeah. You got a little bit of just okay, yeah. A little bit of distortion, which is kind of interesting. Or is that the curvature of the actual walkway?
No, it's straight. It's the panorama
okay, yeah.
effect kind of thing. I didn't do any perspective correction or
Okay,
anything.
yeah. Oh, it's nice.
So how many shots are these within this image?
About 9.
9. Okay. And you were probably at about 50 or so, or 100 millimeter.
I think it was around 30 or so.
Really?
Let's see, 20, 24. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot wider than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously, it had to be in order for you to get the distortion there. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Is that a log over there, or is it a couple guys in a boat?
A couple guys in a boat fishing.
Ah, nice.
Alligator hunting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what alligator's looking for. He's looking at ways to go in down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's perspective. I think it's a nice touch. Well done.
Actually, yeah. No, that's why I said the image overall, and then the little bit of the distort. I don't think takes away from the image at all. Really, it looks nice. It probably would have looked more fake if you tried to correct it. I don't know. Maybe it would ended up getting some weird effect somewhere else. I don't know.
My initial thought was, I wonder what it would look like if the walkway there, all that wood was just a little bit brighter by a stop or so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it would be a distraction or not.
Just
I'm not sure.
take a brush and just brighten it up just a little bit.
Brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You could definitely try that.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. I mean, the nice colors and it's
Mm.
nice. It's a nice scene. Yep. Very well. Okay, so this is your first take on this one, Dennis. So what did you do different? Did you crop it a little bit? Looks like you.
just a little bit, because the sky up in the right-hand corner was really dark.
Yep. I had a polarizing filter on it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Is that one that you can turn and it changes the?
It was a circular
Right.
polarizer. Yeah. This lens was one that I rented. So it was a lens rental, and I rented the circular polarizer for it too.
Mhm.
So, but and that was one of those things where, yeah, it would turn, and that was about as good as I could get. The light was it was really harsh. It was like, this is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
yeah, what I done with this one was I just it was really saturated. When I done the raw file in Darktable, it come out really like leery colours, as if you'd put a Velvia filter on it.
oh wow, okay,
Yeah. And so I actually toned down the colours.
huh?
Yeah, and I applied that haze filter again, which made it a lot clearer.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I need to use. I need to investigate. I haven't really done with the haze film.
Yeah. Some photos it doesn't work on it. It just like makes them look really crappy. But yeah, as soon as you apply it, it seems to just take away a screen. You know, like
Okay.
haze across the photograph, and it just removes it all.
Dennis, do you think it kind of mimics a little bit the detail slider? What's that one? It's
Clarity.
clarity. That's what I was.
Yeah,
thinking
I
about.
think that's what it does. It either adds a lot more clarity and some contrast.
Okay.
It really looks different. And there's sliders in the haze filter as well. But this is default. I never changed the settings, and because it just made it look a lot clearer. And I sharpened it.
Okay.
Looks a bit soft in the foreground, you know. So,
Yep. Okay.
so I didn't do too much with this one.
Okay. All right. Now this one. Okay.
I did a bit more with this one.
Yeah. As I was saying, this is Nevada. Area 51 is pretty much over those mountains. Just a little bit over those mountains is Area 51. So, yeah, and you just don't know.
This is just basically the picture before, but we're just changed it to black and white.
Black and white, and of course the moon.
The moon, has to have a moon, otherwise you wouldn't know it was mine.
But Dennis, I was really disappointed in you though that there was no shopping cart.
No.
Yeah.
The next one comes along.
Yeah, the next one though, because it is in Nevada. There you go. There's not a shopping cart, but there is a UFO.
Yeah, you got a flying saucer. Yeah, you got the moon in the background.
Yep.
And you also got some cans dumped at the beginning.
My hands. Took my hands out.
Yeah, James is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some twist cans right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a typical British tourist littering the landscape of America when you go out and take a look at stuff.
No,
Right?
I said when we see Mark, we're gonna have to say to him next time you visit this area, don't leave your rubbish behind.
Yeah. There we go. Well, yeah, so like I said, there's a UFO going into land at Area 51, just beyond the mountains there.
Yeah. Actually, the flying saucer is the observation platform in Brighton.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cropped it and changed the aspect, to
Okay.
it
Pretty good.
makes a good flying saucer.
Yeah. Okay, well, there we go.
Yeah, that was just
Okay, so Frank, you took this and basically just did a black and white conversion of it.
Yeah, and just tweaked with the colors a little bit. Yeah, you can see that the mountain kind of gets lost in it.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was really impressed with the other image that we saw, how the mountains were so prominent. In this one, they're almost camouflaged.
Lost. It kind of falls into the background. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
See the dark corner up in the right hand side there. It looks much better in black and white.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I tried darkening it up the left half to even it up a little bit.
Yeah.
those polarizing filters, when you get at certain angles, that happens. It gets really dark in the corner.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, and I was moving around trying to eat it, and I was about as good as I could get, because if I didn't have that on, I would have just been totally washed out too. So it was.
What lenses did you use,
It was
Mark?
it was the Canon 10-22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I don't own. I never did own. I just rented it for the week we were out there.
And what did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I was considering buying it, but I just didn't have the budget, want to spend the money on it at that time, and then I ended up switching to Olympus. But I thought it was a good landscape lens. And it did a pretty good job. If you wanted a real big wide landscape, and it was a crops, so it was actually a 16 to 30 or something.
Yeah.
But still definitely a wide angle lens.
Yeah. And you put the polarizer on there, and you're going to get basically a centralized dark spot, and it's going to kind of look like a dome shape, and everything else on the left to the right of it is going to get lighter. So you have to choose. Yeah, it's tough using that kind of a filter.
Yeah, and I hadn't used a polarizer a lot before then, so I was kind of learning as I was going. So it was one of those.
But in Lightroom, if you didn't use a polarizer at all, you could go in there and just darken the blues.
Yeah.
And it would look the same. Of course, the colors and the leaves and everything else, that would be a whole different issue.
Yeah, that would change. Yeah.
That would still have the glare.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of.
So you might actually have to do two pictures, one with and one without the polarizer.
Yeah.
And then blend in the sky.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Yeah, the things we can do with.
Did you increase the exposure? I mean, brighten it up a little bit.
I did. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was and contrast.
Yeah.
And a little bit of not saturation, but vibrance.
Okay. Vibrancy. Yeah.
Yeah, about 18. I think it was 18 on vibrance. Not too much.
Okay. Yes. I mean, the yellows are a little brighter. The greens are a little.
Yeah, I wanted them to pop a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I also darkened the left-hand corner a little bit.
Okay. Up here.
No,
right.
bottom left. That
bottom left down here.
And yeah, I had a diagonal graduated selection.
Okay.
And I just darkened that corner up a little bit. And yeah, I did darken up the top left-hand corner.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably not enough, because you still see a little bit of a mismatch between the two corners.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean it's.
And I wish I had brightened up the clouds in the very top left-hand corner too.
Oh, okay. Up here.
Yeah, just to make them pop a little bit.
Yeah, I added some whites to the clouds on mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then this is very quick. The main thing I cropped it a little bit. You see, I cropped it over a little bit. I bumped up the exposure a touch. I sharpened a little bit, and just increased saturation a smidge.
Mm-hmm.
And you picked up the cans.
Yeah.
Yep. I did pick up the cans. Yeah. So yeah, no, this was. I wish I could have done this later in the afternoon, because the west is over to the left image. So if the sun would have been setting, I think we would have got some really nice light over here in the afternoon. But this was on our way into Death Valley. Literally, you drive up the road a little bit and make a left, and you go into Death Valley. So we were on our way up to Death Valley from Las Vegas. So
yeah, if you'd gone later, Mark, you would have seen the UFO.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you were able to pull that out of the pixels. It was hidden for me.
Yeah.
With your expertise of finding moons and shopping carts and stuff where most people don't see them, I figured, yeah.
Well, don't forget, even in daytime, the moon's up there. You just got to look for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot, the other thing I did was I cloned out. There was a little like landscaping post there that I cloned out that I didn't do this thing here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I cloned that out. So, but yeah, well, good. Interesting interpretations. Thanks for doing that. Give me some ideas. I think I might go back and I'm thinking I might end up trying to crop it kind of along this area, kind of take it down to this and kind of get rid of this over here and play around with it. Because that way I'll get rid of this really dark sky over here. Kind of get down more of a maybe a square crop. That might be interesting. Kind of do a square crop or close to a square around that and then play around with the colors a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a really good example of how you could actually take a very good landscape with a telephoto lens.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you probably used a 50 to 105
Yep.
range, you would have gotten the exact area that you're talking
Exactly.
about right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. If I would have used if I would have done it at maybe 85 millimeters or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 80
This
instead
is the equivalent to a 16, as you said. You know.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you're exactly right. And that's the that would have given me, I would have been able to focus, or emphasize the area that was really what the image was about. If I wanted to, be a little bit more detail oriented instead of just kind of capture the whole thing. So.
And then the mountains would be significantly more bounced.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So I may go back and crop it down a little bit and kind of split the difference between this and yours, James, and see what I come up with.
Yeah.
So.
That row of trees in the corner, halfway right there. Yeah, I think that's a really nice element to add to the foreground with the background being the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, I think So I'm gonna play around with it now. I haven't seen seen the way you guys have done it. So thank you for that. That was good.
Yes.
Right.
Are you going to tell what one you're going to frame and hang on the wall?
This one.
You got to choose a winner.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna play around with this one because this is one of the I do like it. I do need to play with it a little bit, but I think I can get it something that I like, and then I think this might be one worth printing. Maybe doing that. I think if I can get it close to a square crop, that might be interesting. So I think that might be kind of the direction I'm going to go with it. See if maybe
yours, which one would you choose?
Out of all these?
Yeah, not yours, the other ones. Because they all have different styles.
Yeah, they're all a little different.
Mine's further down.
Yeah, yours is down here.
I like that one a lot. The long one. The black and white.
Oh yeah. No, that is a good black and white interpretation because you were able to get everything to kind of still stand out. So the nothing got washed out by going to black and white.
That would be my personal pick.
It is sharp.
I like James's too.
Yeah, and I like that perspective.
Isolated just the main point of it. Yeah.
The idea of cropping, I don't know why, but it never entered my mind to crop in and get rid of everything. I was fixated on the idea of just working on the entire image.
Yeah, and I was too.
Yeah.
When I took the shot, and it was there. It was like, oh, this is such a nice, big, wide landscape. So so now this has kind of changed the way I'm thinking about the image, which is the whole point.
Yeah. And I'm kind of realizing that I kind of artistically boxed myself into this small way of thinking of what are the rules of what I can do and what I can do to this image. And Dennis basically opened the door, stepped outside the box, and did the cropping.
Well, it's funny because when I looked at it, I knew I was going to crop because I wanted to be different because I didn't think many other people would crop as much as I would crop. So I thought that'd be different.
You guys.
Yeah.
And then he was laughing at me saying, look at the size of your bloody picture. It's so small because you've got so much out. I said, but that's the part of the picture I want. That's all I need.
Yeah. So this would be if I would have sat there and used a 200 millimeter lens. That's just probably what I would have got.
Right.
I would imagine, probably. Yeah, something like that.
A little
Yeah.
different, yeah, because they would have compressed the perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It made the trees, I think they would have made the mountains bigger relative to the
Probably
trees.
would have. Yeah, probably would have made them a little bigger. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I mean, I like that James Dan. I like the black and white West. That's a good. I don't know what film that would be close to.
Yeah, that's
Acros or something.
Yeah, that might be close to Acros. Yeah, I was going to say
T-Max? I don't know. Is T-Max still being made?
yeah. T-Max is 400 ISO, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
raining.
Yeah,
I used to shoot AGFA. I love that film, but I was shooting it at 25, ISO 25. That was wonderful film on medium format.
Yeah, nice.
No,
So you
this does
blow
have
that thing 16 by 20 and no grain at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got a like a, it does have an Acros kind of look. So yeah, I think that's probably pretty close. So yeah, well, good. I'm going to definitely play around with mine a little bit. Do you want to do?
The bird or the birds?
Yeah,
All right.
this one, James. If you can find Dennis, if you can find the raw file.
Yep. Okay.
And zip it and email it, if that works. Sounds like the raw file is going to do better than well, it will zip better anyway than a JPEG, and obviously we'll be able to edit it that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I noticed where's your picture you put on of the buzzard with the fish went all the way up to the top level on the.
Yeah, they closed the gold group. Did you know that? It was closed.
Yeah.
I was like, I have enough to get into gold, and then I tried to get into it. And
hey, Joe, how long you been there? How long you been waiting there?
Oh, just a few seconds, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did the Rams win or did they lose?
Yeah, the Rams won.
Okay.
Wow.
They took care of business. Yeah.
Okay. Did what had to be done.
So what is it? Did you get to sign on to vote for you?
They did the ugly work. Yeah.
Who did they play?
They played the Cardinals. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would have went, but they didn't let fans in the stands unless you were friends or family. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, they played your hometown team there. Well,
yeah,
the town you live in team. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Your hometown team played the team that is from the town you live in.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I don't know. Do any of you guys watch F-Stoppers on YouTube?
Once in a blue moon.
Yeah, I was going to say I've watched a few.
They had a really good one where I don't know any of the names. They have the one tall guy with the bald, and there was a little shorter guy. They're all sitting on one. Tall guy sits on the right side, and the shorter guy sits on the left side in the chair. And they were oh no, that was it was a different guy. But anywho, what they did was one guy got all these photographs and mixed them in with Ansel Adams photographs and had him go through and actually critique the black and white images. And it was just really interesting to see how the guy whether he could, what his response was and his critique of all these different images. Some of them were taken by the crew members of F-Stoppers, and some of them were taken by Ansel Adams.
Oh, okay.
And it was just interesting. I encourage you guys to watch it. Let's just put it that way.
I'll check that out. Sounds good.
Yeah.
But I need to get going. So I'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Dennis, I just email out the raw file when you get the chance.
Right.
It'll work. Did you get that? Did you get my email thing about this image this week, Joe? Did you get that thing?
Right. But see you guys.
See you, Frank. Take care.
All right, Frank. I've gotten some emails and I haven't got a chance to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look at them when I'm driving, but then I need.
Yeah. I think you should. That would be this photo edited by Joe while he's driving his truck down the road.
Yeah.
That would. No. That wouldn't
Yeah,
work.
it's not.
That would be suboptimal. As someone would say, suboptimal.
Yeah, it's not real good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, we were just going through. This was this image I did last week, which was probably the email you got. I emailed this one. I'll show this. out to everybody, and we edited it. And of course, Dennis, this was kind of the raw image that I emailed out to everybody, and then to kind of see what edits would have been done.
Oh, okay.
We kind of went through and had a good mix of that. That's Wes's version.
Okay, yeah.
Black and white. And James did the extreme crop version, which was interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
And then where did we get here? We got and this was Dennis's first edit, so kind of saturation and crop a tiny bit. And of course, you had to put the moon in, black and white, and moon.
It's not a real photo unless
no.
there's a moon.
And then of course we're in Nevada, so you got the UFO coming in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and this was Frank's black and white version. Then he did a color with bumping up some stuff, and then I ended up doing just a mild edit. So next week, I guess Dennis is going to send out the raw file for this one. So if you get a chance, just edit however you want to edit it, however you want to interpret it, you know.
Yeah, that's an interesting experiment because
yeah, I mean, I was really glad I did it with that one image, because I like that image, and now seeing what James did with the crop is kind of like, okay, I'm gonna play around with cropping it a little bit more and seeing what I end up with, because that was a good for me. That made like, hey, I'm gonna revisit that image. So this one, yeah, this would be kind of interesting.
It's fun because I've done basically the same thing, but more of a one-on-one thing. So every time me and Pat have shot, we're comparing images. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Pat, of course, has his way that he edits,
his way of doing things,
which is a much better interpretation, in my opinion, than the way I edit. But it's very interesting how consistent your eye and your style can stay. You know.
Well, the good thing about this is you learn from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. It with the exact same image, it's different though, isn't it? Like, I don't know how much I actually learn, as much as it's just interesting to see someone else's consistent, editing style. They're consistent, because we're not at the same scene shooting a different image. We're editing the same image.
Yeah.
And so your style just keeps coming through, so that's kind of interesting. I like I said, I've done similar stuff because me and Pat have, of course, swapped images, now a handful of times. And so,
well, cool.
Is he still working?
Oh, he's busier than hell. Yeah, he doesn't have time for anything. He is just so busy.
Yeah.
I've seen him text not too long ago, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I imagine he's just been really, really, really.
He's been hammered, so it's good.
Yeah,
I told him that's good that you don't have time to even breathe. That's fantastic. That's what you want. So
yeah, it's need to take advantage of that when it's there.
Mark knows that all too well. If Mark was that busy, he wouldn't be able to do this show right now. Actually, you'd have to.
Well, it's been pretty busy, but yeah, I mean, I'm a little different. Pat's got to, you've got to be there during specific times. I mean, I do a lot of stuff between like 10:30 and midnight. If I'm like planning and that type of stuff. So I have a little more time flexibility. But like Pat, I mean, he's got to be there for the shoot during the day, and so
there's a physical part as well as just the virtual sort of.
Exactly. So it's it's one of those things where if you aren't doing that, the busier you are, and when you're doing your own thing, that's what pays the bills. So
there's
kind of takes priority.
There's a stark reality to that, right?
So good. Rams win. Dennis, I guess if you can get that image out to us here in the next couple of days. We'll have a go at it. I've got to, speaking of work, I got to eat some dinner and do some work tonight, so I probably will. And I got to decorate the tree too. I got to put lights on.
I'm stuffed full of tamales, man. I cannot shove any more, homemade tamales anymore.
Oh, did Lisa make a bunch of tamales?
No, I found another tamale lady that lives literally she doesn't even live a full mile and a half from my house. So I've got multiple tamale ladies within 2 miles of my house.
Okay, you've got just backup. You got multiple backups just in case one isn't available.
Oh my God, I've got so much fantastic food immediately in my little 3 to 4 mile range from my house. It's just a hell of a problem,
Yeah,
it's just
gotta deal with it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Joe's just
what?
Joe's just feeling the pain. You can tell.
Yeah.
The diet's going well, Joe. Yeah.
It's just brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
tamales, tacos, pizza.
Yeah. So it's and then trying to find. Well, Mark knows this part of it, and so does Wes actually too well. That you continue to. I got my new MoFi catalog, Wes, in the mail. So thumbing through that, checking out all the latest gear, and it's like a kid when you went through the toy catalog from Sears or whatever that catalog was, and you're looking at everything, and then with all the new releases coming out on vinyl, you know what I'm saying, or supposed to come out, and they just keep getting delayed and delayed and delayed.
Yeah. Capacity. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it I think is due to capacity. They're just not, stuff is not able to produce as much due to equipment or staffing or whatever. So things get pushed back and reprioritized. So
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, good.
Well, this will be cool. The Rams play Thursday, so I'll definitely be on the show next week.
Okay, cool.
I'll be able to jump in.
They have a short week. Sunday, only 4 days off. Sunday. Wow, that's man. For football, you get beat up so much, man. Those guys will just barely be getting over the pain from Sunday, and then they got to jump back on and play again.
Yeah, on the national stage.
What's that, James?
They get good money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get compensated quite well, don't they? Yeah. Quite well, exactly.
Yeah. That's they do, but they would much rather have a full week off than 4 days. So man, that's rough. That's rough on the body, even if you are getting well paid for it.
Yeah, I mean it's regardless. Yeah.
It's not like they're doing it for free. So I guess
no. Oh no. Yeah, no, quite the opposite. So
yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, hey, good show. Glad you were able to pop in for a second here, Joe.
Yeah.
Dennis, Wes, James, very festive there, Wes. Keep up the lighting. I will attempt to be semi-festive with our tree here. Maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe I can do that from downstairs next week. We'll see.
Yeah, and Wes has been cranking out the videos, man.
Yes.
I don't have much else to do right now.
Yeah, he's been cranking out the videos, man. Yeah. Well, that's good though, man. You do a good job with your videos, bro.
Yeah. Good stuff. So
they make a little bit of money for me. So
yeah.
What videos are those, Wes? Can you send me a link?
My YouTube videos.
Just go to his channel, you'll see him.
Supra Wes.
Oh, Rui's asking for a new theme.
Oh, a new theme. If actually the theme is editing other people's images. That's our theme. So if you want, Rui, send me in chat or whatever an email address, and Dennis can send you a. We're kind of sharing, picking up a few raw files from each of us, and then sending it out to everybody, and then you can edit it and upload it to the group. So if that works for you, send me a email address that works, and then I'll forward it on to Dennis, and you can edit an image if you want. So
Edit. Yeah.
Don't cross the streams. No.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
No.
Over here.
Edit.
You've got a good thing going, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a drive folder for that a while ago. Yes. I think I might have your email, Rui, so I'll pass it on to Dennis. I think that will work. Yeah, no, the folder wasn't working well, I think is what we were running for large files. I think that was a problem.
Huh.
But yeah, that's the theme for the next couple of weeks is editing other people's images.
Yeah.
So,
That's
all right, gentlemen.
okay, guys.
You guys have a good week. Stay safe, and we'll look for that file. All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Take care, guys. All right.
Yeah, bye now. Bye.
Here, cuz,
Yeah.
you're gone.